Hi guys, I'm Andrew Lawrence and welcome to Self Motivation 101 Day 2. So today we are going to have a look at how we break down our goals after we have set them. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. Today we are going to have a quick talk about how we break our goals down, and to make sure that we stay motivated about our goals, because no one else is going to motivate us about our own goal unless we are motivated about them. Okay, so you could have one big goals, or you could have multiple goals that you've set yourself. Okay, so today it's all about breaking them down. I think breaking them down into three different categories, or if you want to break them down even more. Okay, so let's get started on how I go about breaking down small simple goals, or even larger goals. Okay, so let's get into it. So first we have to write our goals down. We have to make them visual to ourselves and to other people around you who will support you along the way with the goals that you've set yourself, whether it's a personal lifelong goal, or it's a professional goal within work, where you think, okay, I want to implement some new structure, some new rules within the workplace. How do you go about doing that? So first you have to write down those structures, the goals that you want to achieve within the workplace or within your own personal life, and then you have to then break those goals down. Okay, so stuff like you have a start date. Okay, so already you said, I want to start on this date to execute this plan, this goal of mine, to put in this, to implement a new regime within your work environment. And then you have a start date. You also need a middle of how you're going to measure where you are with your goal, with that implementation, and then the end goal. Okay, so we're going to go through each one of these three steps that I put together for today, and see if this works for you, or how you can manipulate it to make it work for you. Okay, so let's get started with number one, which is set a start date. So you already have your goal written down. Now what do? Do you just jump in and go at it full speed? No. You've got it ready. Now you got to break it down. Okay, so this is what today is all about, is breaking that goal down to make it more easier to manage. Okay, so here we go. So you got your start date of when you want to start the implementation, or when you want to start that study, or anything like that. Okay, but then if you set a middle date of like, okay, so I've now put it out there. Now after 3 months, 4, 5, 6 months, I'm gonna go back I'm gonna take another look at how this is progressing from where I start to where I am now, and see if there's any little thing in there that can be tweaked to make things a lot easier. Because as you go through your goals, you will find over time that you start to tweak them a little bit, because things are happening and you finding easier ways to make it happen even faster. But at the same time, do not take your eye off the ball, even though things have speeded up just a little bit. So within that middle, it gives you time to review your goals. You can pinpoint certain things within it to say, okay, we have achieved that, we have achieved that, we have achieved that. These two seem to be holding us back a little bit, so let me have a review and find out why these two is not going as fast as all the others. Okay, so that's the opportunity, that middle point, to review your goal that you've set out for yourself. Obviously, the end goal is to see everything within your goal working like clockwork, and nothing makes someone happier to see their goal, their hard work is going like clockwork. So after a year, that's your end date. Okay, a year from when you set your start date to where it ends, to where you want to see things working like clockwork. So this is what I believe is the three main keys of being able to measure your goals when you break them down into these little categories. So they have to be in bite size for you to be able to go back, review it in the middle, and see how it's going. If you have to talk to people more about it, and then being able to work towards the end goal, which is to see everything working together like clockwork. Okay, so as I use a certain analogy yesterday about having a buff body, wearing that beautiful red dress you haven't wore in a long time, while you going through your exercise regime, maybe the first week, 2 weeks, you haven't seen any result, but there's a lot happening within the body and the muscles. They are growing. That chiselness is happening. That weight loss is happening. You just have to keep going. And how do you measure how your weight loss is going? You have to weigh yourself and think, oh, I've lost a stone, I've lost this amount. Oh, brilliant, how long? So this is where it gives you time to review. You think, how long did it take me to get to this? So in that area, it gives you the time to look at it and say, okay, so it took me 2 weeks to get to this stage. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use this result to be able to get to the next stage. Do the exact same routine for another 2 weeks to then lose that stone again. And then by the end, you realize you had your start date, you went back, you review it of how much stone you've lost, and you continue that regime. So guys, this is me just trying to help in whatever way for people who is trying to set goals for when we get into the new normal, for myself as well. Board is on the wall, as you can see, something as simple as that. I just need to fill that with my goals. So as we go through the rest of the week, the other ones that we going to go through, tomorrow will be set deadline for each goal, which I have covered a little bit of that as well today. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed these little videos that I'm doing about self-motivation. Keep focused, stay motivated, because other people will not be motivated for you unless you are first motivated for yourself. Okay, so guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a pleasant Tuesday. Enjoy the weather. The weather is absolutely beautiful today. Stay safe, look after yourself, look after others, and peace. Thanks for watching my video. If there's anything within there that you did not understand, that you'd like to know more about, please drop me a message on my messenger, and I will do my best to try and help with that to the best of my ability. So thank you very much for watching my video, and God bless.